This is just the most adorable little small town.
I think it's one of the best places to raise a family.
Well, what's nice about Cape May is that you could describe almost all of the businesses as mom and pops.
You want to go there and experience Cape May.
You have a problem, people rally, you feel the love, and you know how important we all are to each other.
Welcome to Cape May Trading Post at Della's, a coastal community store.
Well, Keith, thanks for coming on the show.
Yep.
Appreciate it, man. Where are we sitting right now?
We're sitting on the dock at the Lobster House.
That's right. Yes, we are. What a unique place. You know, there's so much to unpack here. But I think my first question, I think you keep it fun. The Lobster House is so expansive. I think that's safe to say. That's a big word for it. It's a campus, maybe? The campus of the Lobster House?
Never heard it called that, but we can do that.
What is your favorite little niche inside of this campus, if you will?
Man, I guess like I started out in the fish market when I came back to work for my dad. So I guess fish market has a special place for me.
When you came back to work, you were out.
I worked for my dad when I got out of high school, and I lasted about 6 months, and I couldn't stand it. And I noticed all the guys on the boats were making some serious money, way more than he was paying me.
Yeah.
So I started to work on the boats.
Behind the Lobster House? Or,
Yeah.
Or just throughout town?
Actually throughout town, because I worked on some boats over at the old A&J. Used to be Axelson and Johnson's, a boat out of there. And then I came back here.
Okay. He recruited you back?
Well, it wasn't my dad's boat. It was independent.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a little birdie told me that you used to surf a lot in Cape May.
I did used to surf a lot. Yeah.
Is that true?
That is definitely true.
What was your surfing routine in your days? What did that look like? Was it a year-round thing? Early mornings, late nights?
Yeah, it was definitely year-round. Surf, 12 months out of the year, wintertime. And routine was basically always tried to be the first one in the water, so real early in the morning. And a lot of times I surfed Atlantic City a lot because the waves were bigger up there. So a lot of times I would go up there.
Go up, surf, come back, work?
Yeah, yes.
When's the last time you got on the board?
I was out last year. I'm having a little problem with my legs, so I haven't been surfing as much.
That's
but
good.
I did go out last year.
Was it nice weather at least?
Oh, yeah.
You're like, I'm done with that cold.
Yeah.
The wetsuit and all?
Yeah.
That's great, man. Yeah, I'm going to tell who little birdie was. I was with Todd DeSatnik. He joined our show.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, Keith is one of the original surfers down here.
Yeah.
Any good surfing stories from over the years? There's gotta be. Like, what was the beginning like? Like the beginning days?
The beginning was like, we all hung out at the beach, and then surfing got to be a little bit popular. There was like a generation before me, and I don't know, it just seemed kind of cool, and bought my first surfboard off a guy in West Cape May, and just went surfing,
Down at the Cove, or?
No, it was mostly Stockton and backyard back then. There wasn't sand behind Convention Hall, and it used to break there, and then the beach next to it, Stockton. There was the two main breaks back then.
Yeah, we had Renee on earlier today, Linen Ladies, so you'll see this episode. She was saying there was no beach, and the water would run up at high tide, up over, like, the promenade.
Yeah.
I was like, what, really? I had no idea.
Yeah, there was no beach, like, from where Convention Hall is down, up towards Poverty.
Poverty, yeah.
There's no beaches in there.
Any wild surfing stories from over the years?
Oh, no, I traveled a lot, so that was fun. Traveled to Costa Rica, Australia, Fiji. So that was kind of cool.
Fiji, Australia.
Yeah, Fiji was the best, though. I
Yeah?
thought, yeah.
Why?
No crowds. You used to go to like a little island, and only certain amount of people were on there, and just really good waves.
One restaurant,
Yeah.
one bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Up
was
in the
really
morning,
small.
surf all day.
Exactly.
That's
yeah.
good living, man.
Yeah.
I wanted to hit on that too. I thought that was a good way to start it off. So let's get it back to the Lobster House. So you come back, you work for Dad, but before that, let's go generations before that. Let's go to like day one when the Lobster House was born. What's your earliest recollection of that?
Well, as far as I can figure, and I wish I'd have asked my father a lot more questions now, but I think he started the restaurant in 1954. And my grandfather owned the property since 1922, along with a lot of partners. And there was a real small restaurant down there where the Lobster House is now. And, basically my dad turned it into what it is today. It was a real good restaurateur.
He built the whole property up? And
Well, the office was always here, and where we packed the fish and the scallops was always there.
okay.
Just a real small little restaurant.
And then you extended, I guess that would be, out towards the way into town, really, right? You extended out to the road.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I bought that property. That was an old railway where you used to haul boats out. I bought that property, just kind of expanded it a little bit.
Yeah. That's great. If you could explain, like, again, your fishing side, because I think that's a really cool part of this. Like, people see the Lobster House and, maybe a tourist comes in and comes out and gets a great meal and a great experience, and they send their friends and family down here. But what we want to be able to show is kind of the history of the town, because there's no one really, and to my mom's point, there's all this great history that's covered, like, let's say, before the 60s. For the 70s, like you can read about it in books, but who's capturing from like 50s on?
Yeah.
And that's really how this idea came up with the store. And when she took over Della's, she's like, this is a good opportunity to do it. It's a community store. Let's do a community show. So, I mean, really, you're a restaurateur, but really you started as a fisherman,
Yes.
right? And then why was the transition like, okay, I need to get off the boat now and I need to run the restaurant?
I don't know. I ran a scallop boat for 5 years, and I think I just saw an opportunity, a bigger opportunity, and I acted on it.
How'd you act on it?
Came up to the office and asked my dad if he'd take me back to work.
You come up with your tail between your legs a little bit, or no?
No, it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
It really wasn't like that.
He's like, I knew you were coming, son. The door was
I don't
always
even
open.
know if he was like that, because like he never pressured me to come to work for him.
Yeah.
We just he was very supportive. He had an old boat. That's the one I ran. It was an old wooden boat, and I ran that for a year. And then there was a couple boats that came up for sale, and they were newer, a lot newer. And we sold the one, and then we bought the first one. So that's kind of how that started.
And then just from when you took it over, what were some things that were glaring? You're like, oh man, these are the opportunities that we need to do.
Just try to improve on stuff a little bit, but he had it going. I mean, he didn't really need me, but I think I certainly helped a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I started the raw bar. We didn't have a raw bar. We put a real tiny little raw bar out on the dock, and then the next year we expanded that. Stuff, just small stuff like that.
Yeah, you tested it, and then all of a sudden it was absolutely jammed. And
Yeah.
you're like, all right, we need to build the infrastructure.
Yeah, exactly.
And people say too around town, we'll ask all different people, favorite bar, favorite hangout, they'll say the raw bar at the Lobster House.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's a nice little enclave in there, kind of hide out, to your point. That's the nice part about here too. There's a bunch of different.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had 3 meals here in a day. Breakfast.
Yeah.
And then your a buddy says, "You want to go to Lobster House for lunch at the schooner?" Sure.
Yeah.
And then mom gets off of work, who I know she's a patron here.
Yeah, yeah.
She'll say, "You want to go to Lobster House?" Here we go.
I've been there twice.
Yeah, sure. I'm fine. I'm good with it. So explain the fishing fleet situation now, because again, extremely unique. You're a restaurant, you're a food market, you're a distributor, but what people are eating is literally coming off the ocean,
Right.
right off of Cape May.
Yeah. I mean, the seafood business is always, like any other business, it's always changing and evolving. And I don't know, we're like right in probably the last 20 years, like scallops really took off. You know, they used to be fairly reasonable. They're pretty high now, as you know, but that part of the business with the scallops, it just kind of took off, you know, and it's still good to this day.
And the boats run out of here?
Well, we run them out of here, but like the last 2 to 3 years, we've been running them out of either New Bedford or Point Judith, because the government tells us where we can fish and how many days we can fish and how many pounds we can catch.
Wow.
And right now the beds are more up in New Bedford. 5 years ago they were right off of here, you know. But
So it was easy for you guys to be out of here.
it was great. It was great.
And then that's like a date that comes across your email, and you're like, all right, we got to go to Connecticut, and you're calling the marina up there saying, hey, can you fit us, or how's that work?
Yeah, we weren't made some relationships over the course of the year. You know, like it's really a small industry compared to how big this country is. So, you know, everybody kind of knows everybody. You know, like I had a problem with a boat in New Bedford 2 days ago, and I can just call up the phone and the guy will put a new generator on my boat and doesn't even ask for money down. So it's a small industry and everybody knows each other. Everybody knows the good players and the bad players, you know.
And guys come out of where? Like, because you guys are out of here and you're going up there, but where's the bulk of the people fishing out of?
New Bedford.
Yeah.
For scallops, they're king.
That's king, yeah.
No
They're
doubt about
unbelievable.
that.
They're the size of burger patties.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And they're so fresh, and you know, that's my go-to when I'm leaving town, or I got heading home, or I worked here. Just come here, grab a pound or whatever.
Yeah, the scallops are good.
Is that what you're getting on the menu if you're here, or are you eating here? You have to eat here. You're here all the time.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I like lobster. When I usually sit down, I like lobster.
Yeah.
So,
That's your go-to order?
usually, yeah, usually.
Do you do breakfast at the diner?
Yeah,
shop?
I'm not a big breakfast guy, so I don't really eat breakfast.
I'm a massive breakfast fan, and the coffee shop was the resounding favorite when I asked everyone, where's your favorite breakfast place around town?
Yeah.
But everyone said, don't tell anybody. But we told everybody on the show. But people still don't know about it, which is great.
Yeah.
Right? And maybe not for you, but I don't know if that's your biggest moneymaker anyways, but doesn't have any booze in it, so a little bit different. Where to next? Just, is there a part of this, you know, what, I guess really what I want to ask is, what's your favorite piece of history of the Lobster House? Because, I don't know, what's the best, not artifact, but
I think that,
it's
you
special.
know, kind of what my grandfather and father did, you know, like when my grandfather was running the dock, they packed massive amount of fish. I mean, massive. There used to be the railroad cars came right down the street and they'd load all the, you know, fish in barrels with ice and run them up to Philly or Baltimore or New York. I mean, it was something, you know. And then my dad takes over and he gets, you know, with no experience, gets into the restaurant business. And you know, who thought in 1960 something to go buy a schooner and make a cocktail lounge of it? I mean, in the 60s, you know, nobody ate outside in the 60s. Everybody wore a sport jacket, and that was going out to dinner. But he had the foresight to do that. Nobody did that. So I think that's a interesting era, you know, to watch that transformation into, you know, wholesale fish and, you know, tourist restaurant. That's what I think is interesting.
That's great. Well, let's unpack it. Alex, your daughter, who we had on from Mayors, who's done a wonderful job there.
Yeah.
She told me there was a bar underneath in the bottom of the schooner. Is that true?
Yeah.
Back in the day.
There was no, the first maybe couple of years, there was no no service on the deck. Everything was down. They had a band down there, bar down there. I mean,
People smoking cigarettes.
oh yeah.
Oh man, really? So no service. It was big.
Everything was there. It was all carpeted and tables, and they had
That's kind of cool.
a bar down there up in the bow. It was pretty cool.
That's really cool. Your favorite, again, to go back and unpack that history with your dad and your grandfather, like, is there any old stories from the docks of, you know, somebody, a certain fish that's caught, or a lobster that's caught, or a famous person that came through the door, or, you know, a person that worked here, or a patron? I try to pull these stories out of everyone in town, and they're hard to put on the spot.
Yeah.
So that's why I prolonged the question, but I'm
I
trying
don't know.
to...
I think we have a lot of famous people that come down here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, Taylor, who's bigger than Taylor Swift? She had dinner in there one night, you know, and well, I guess her parents are down here, but
Was it chaos? Were people respecting her space?
oh yeah, people respect her space.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of famous people.
I want to keep going on this. Again, that's your favorite thing. Like, you're proud of what your dad and your grandfather did. What else from like a more like intimate perspective, from the actual like structure of the place, looking at like, man, that was a great idea, or like, because that's again what you're saying, the foresight
Yeah.
in the like 50s, 60s, 70s to be like, okay, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah, I mean, just like I said before about the whole schooner thing, I just think that it's really something. And then he started like where we do the takeout, and you can sit out on the dock at the tables, you know. I mean, nobody was doing like
No.
fried seafood and you could take it out on the dock on the spool tables. You know, it
picture-
still works to this day. I still fill it, you know. It's
Yeah,
like,
pitcher of beer, and
you know, I don't have to change it around or anything. I mean, very fortunate that way.
yeah,
You know, we're like an old established seafood house. That's what we are, you know.
yeah. What's the future? Any change?
I don't know, change is funny. You don't really see it, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then all of a sudden something different will pop up, you know.
Okay, we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
What about menu-wise? Because it's so consistent, you know exactly what you're gonna get. It comes out fresh. It comes out clean.
Yeah, menu, you're not going to see me change a lot.
I love it.
Because, well, you know, it's like when I go to a restaurant, a favorite restaurant, I get the same thing every time. It's, you know, that's what I like. That's why I'm coming here, and it's on the menu. So I think that's why it kind of works, you know.
Stuffed shrimp, flounder franchise. I love the moose. I mean, I eat the whole.
Yeah.
The schooner menu's great too.
Yeah, yeah,
It's the crush. That's huge too.
yeah,
And it's a fun vibe out there.
yeah,
There's something for everybody here, I think. That's what makes it really inviting.
Yeah.
And it's casual.
Yeah.
That's what my mom said too.
yeah,
She's like, it's casual.
Yeah.
You have people pulling up boats that are having a big boat day.
right.
You got families sitting out here with a family of 12 who this is their big vacation at the Jersey Shore once a year. They order crabs for everybody. They got their bibs on and they're ready to go.
Yeah,
And then you have couples like my parents that come in and sit at the bar. And
yeah. I mean, what's greater than sitting at the schooner bar on a nice summer day? That's just great out there.
it's great.
You know.
Yeah. It really is. Okay, so future, I like it though. That's what I think Cape May does best. I want to talk a little bit about Cape May. Live in this town, you raised a family in this town, you were raised in this town. I think Cape May, we travel to Key West, we get to all these awesome places, and Key West does its best to fight change, but it's inevitable with tourism. This place, I think, does the best job of anywhere I've been of trying to, again, high tourism, high pressure,
Yep.
but keeps its charm. And I think it's the best small town at doing it with this much, not a small town anymore,
Yeah.
this
yeah.
much volume.
Yeah.
What do you think about town? I think it's done a nice job keeping its charm.
You know, I think Cape May gets criticized for a lot of their rules, and they, you know, they hold down big development, and I just think it's great. I mean, Okay.
That's
Can't-
great.
You can't do that. You know?
Yeah.
Why? Oh, I said so. You know?
That's Cape May. No chains, no chain restaurants.
No. No.
It's all mom and pop.
Yep. Yeah.
There's something to be said about that.
Yeah.
Is there any places in town you'd like to go eat other than Lobster House?
I mean, I like, there's so many, there's too many restaurants that
Yeah.
I know a lot of people I would never say.
Yeah, I know. You can't. You'd be like,
Well,
oh.
you can, but,
And then-
but there's a lot of good restaurants. I mean,
Yeah.
there just is, you know.
Yeah. What do you do around town other than work? I know you're a workaholic.
You know, we'll go out to dinner. We don't really go out to lunch that much, but I like to go out to dinner to
Yeah.
different restaurants, you know.
You're an Eagles fan. Are you watching the game at the house?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am.
You're at home.
Got my
TVs.
food, my chair.
Everything's organized.
Everything is ready to go. Yep.
You think they're going to repeat this year or what?
Well, I talked to somebody who knows a little about football just a little while ago, and that person told me they're a good team, so I'm going to go with that.
They're good, man. People ask me for my football background, and I think the Philly and everybody, they don't like shiny good things,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. That's
It's like,
Philly,
we
man.
can't have that.
Yeah.
No, you have a really shiny good thing
Yeah,
that made the best team in modern football look very poor
yeah.
with an unbelievable coach and
Yeah.
team, quarterback. I mean, they undressed him. Super Bowl was like born.
Wow, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
That's the Super Bowl, not a regular season
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
You give Andy Reid 2 weeks to prepare.
It
And
was
they
funny
made,
watching that game though. So it looked like to me they got how do you say his name? Shaquan.
oh yeah,
Kind of
yeah,
got under control, but then it opened everything else up.
yeah.
I don't know, how do you see it? You see it the same way?
Same way.
Yeah.
And that's like textbook. You know, if you think about basketball, back in the old days, it was get the ball inside to the big man so it opened up for the jump shooters.
Yeah.
Now the game's changed. It's all jump shoot to get the ball inside.
Yeah. And
Fo-
everybody shoots a three. Like
Yep.
Everybody.
And think about football not that long ago. Even this modern era, I'm talking 3, 4, 5 years ago. It's a passing league. But if you look at the teams that have success now, it's who can run the ball.
Yeah.
So the Eagles ran the ball well all year long.
Yeah.
And then Kansas City and Spagnuolo, who's I'm sure sat in the Lobster House before. He's got a house in Avalon, the defensive coordinator for the Chiefs. He says Saquon's not going to beat us.
Right.
Jalen hurts us. And Jalen did.
Yeah.
And those receivers did.
Yeah. They did.
And he's impressive. He's impressive. I think Philly sports success has impact on this town. Because when the Phillies are in the playoffs, everyone's wearing red on that mall in October. I see it at least in
Yeah.
September. People are down here in the wintertime watching the
Red,
games.
you mean green, don't you?
Well, I'm saying for the Phillies.
Oh, for the Phillies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like in October when the Phillies are in the playoffs.
Yeah.
The people are in their Phillies stuff.
Yeah.
And then the Eagles, you start seeing green. There's people coming to town. And that's what I'm going to ask you too, like the year-round side of it, because you go to the Seaview on like a Eagles Sunday.
Packed.
It's packed.
Yeah.
It's December 28th. It's January 5th. The town's packed all year round. How have you seen it evolve? Because, I mean, it's from you grew up here, it was.
Yeah, I mean, that part's really changed too. I mean, you know, you've heard the stories, but like, you know, come Labor Day, it emptied. Like that.
We used to
was
have
it.
the taillight party that the schooner used to, even when we were coming here 10 years ago.
Yeah.
On, Labor Day weekend, Labor Day Monday.
Yeah. But, you know, that's changed. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's really got a lot busier and extended. You know, it's amazing how it extended. You know, we're good to the first of the year now. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't slow down until January, February,
And then
part of March, and then it starts picking up again.
Yeah, when's it pick up? Middle March?
Yeah, like April, beginning of April, it starts swinging the other way. You know, you get some good weather on the weekends, it'll be busy.
Yeah.
You know,
And you're open 365 minus Christmas, Thanksgiving?
correct. Yeah.
Every other day. 3 meals a day.
Yep.
363.
Is that what it is?
I guess. I can't do that. Subtract 2. Busiest day in Lobster House history.
Probably our holidays, like this past one, like Sunday, Memorial Day, and then Sunday, Labor Day. Probably the big thing. And we got everything going on, you know, takeout, raw bar, fish market,
Rolling.
schooner, restaurant. So, yeah, put it all together. It's busy.
I have this suggestion. And who
Now,
would-
you're not one of them, are you?
I am one of them. No, I'm not one of them. Trust me. I come from family business. And there's plenty of them. I will say this. I think it would be really cool. The secret bar in here, which I call it the secret bar, but it's the bar down upstairs, overlooks the I guess what would it be? The north dock there, or not the north dock? It overlooks the point of the schooner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come into the bar. The bar area's on your right. Make a right, go up the steps.
Okay.
That little bar up there.
Yeah.
My suggestion is members only, private, Cape May locals, just the bar in the summer. And
It's actually not a bad idea.
and you do $100 a year to be a member. You need a member's card to get up there. And you just open for dinner
Yeah.
on the weekends so the locals can go up. And that's all. I think it'd be cool and kind of speakeasy, like.
Most locals don't even go out of their house during the season.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. They would come here for that though, and they'd say, "I got my little Lobster House card, and I can go up there." And I think that's kind of cool. That would be my
That's not a bad idea. I've kind of thought about that.
like a little club, like a.
I would do it in a separate building though. And we kind of have one. I wish I was 20 years younger. I would act on that.
You would do like like you're saying, like you have a separate property. You would open up a little restaurant.
This property, but another building.
Okay, I don't want to give away your secrets.
Yeah, no, can't do that.
I saw some old pictures here too. Scotty's Landing, I think it was, or Scotty's Marina.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, the marina has a lot of history.
Yeah?
I mean, yeah, where that building is.
Yeah.
I mean, I just saw a picture somebody sent me the other day, and you know, there was a restaurant in there, and they had go-go dancers in cages, and
Holy cow!
it was something.
How do
really
you think of
something.
that?
Yeah.
That's an interesting business model. And that was a drawbridge,
Right.
which I had no idea.
Right.
We interviewed the folks from the Whale Watcher, and that was really interesting. Like just the history,
Yeah.
and they did a great job.
Because that piece of water was dug out where you go back there and you can come out to the bridge.
Yeah.
You know, because I have pictures of like commercial boats going through there. There was another dock where the Whale Watchers used to be a commercial dock.
Yeah.
You know, boats like these that we have here would take their product there and pack them out. The drawbridge would.
They would come down here.
It would go right, you know, come in the inlet and come right past us through the marina and then right through that bridge.
That's
And
narrow
then
through
come
there.
around the corner. Boats weren't as big as they are now, though,
Yeah.
but they were still fair-sized. You know.
And that's, in my opinion, the closest to Cape May. Can't give all your fishing secrets away, but that's some of the best striper fishing in town right there.
Right there.
Right
yeah,
there off
yeah,
that bridge.
Yeah.
All the water rushes through there.
Yeah.
Do you still go out fishing locally when you get
Yeah.
a day off?
I do.
Yeah?
I do. I like to fish.
Yeah.
Fish a lot.
Going offshore?
Go offshore, and like this time of year, we catch weak fish around the inlet. Go out real early in the morning, you know. But I enjoy fishing.
What's real oil look like?
This morning I got up at 4:20, and I was at my boat at 4:45, and then at the inlet by 5 o'clock.
Okay. How'd you do?
Caught one. Caught
What's-
one and lost one.
What's a good fishing memory around Cape May?
Years probably in the 70s. My father, my brother, and myself went week fishing in the bay, and we caught like a ton of weak fish, and they were all like 6 to 10 pounders. They were really nice.
That was the record day in the Laudeman house. That's the day talked about the most.
Yeah, yeah.
And your brother?
My father came in my bedroom and said, "Get up! You're not going to school. Go get the boat ready." That's how he operated. So.
And I've obviously had a lasting impact on you.
Yeah, yeah. Introduce, parents introduce you to stuff, and it either takes or it doesn't,
My mom said, son, get up. You're not going to school. You're going to the New York Giants Super Bowl parade. And we grew up in Philly.
See, there you go. Same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing.
And the school called and said that's not an excused absence. It's not
Yeah.
If it's the Eagles parade, everyone's off.
Yeah, right.
But she said, you need to see it. You need to see it. It had obviously massive impact on me, and I was able to visualize it.
Yeah.
I believe in all that.
Yeah.
It becomes a normal.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about before. You were saying, what's it like to be down on the field? I'm like, well, it's normal now.
Yeah.
But it wasn't when
wasn't, was it?
No.
Just
Just like this. I'm sure everyone asks you, how do you do it?
Yeah.
You're like, that's all I know.
Yeah.
Right? What's the next 10 years look like here?
That's a good question. I don't know. Because things like we talked about before evolve, and I wish I could buy 30 years back, I'll tell you that.
You taking more time, or you're working more? What's that look like
I'm
at this
not
phase?
working anymore, but I'm not working really any less either.
Okay.
I like to work though, so it's not really.
Yeah.
It's not like work to me,
The nice thing about Cape May too is you're 5 minutes from the house.
Oh.
You're 1 minute from your daughter's restaurant.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
You think what I got here, I can walk anywhere. I don't have to go to another spot. Like I can walk to Mayor's.
You could.
I could walk down the end of the dock. I could walk on the schooner or the pier, which is nice.
That's great. If you needed a paddleboard, you could paddleboard.
Yeah, right.
Talk about Mayor's as we wrap up. I mean, how did that reclamation project come about?
Now that's a funny story. John Fleming, who's a real estate agent who's since passed away, good friend, and he was calling me, says, I got Mayor's for sale, you need to buy. I'm like, John, man, I don't need any more on my plate. I really don't, And he just kept pestering me, and he's like, Keith, somebody's going to buy it, and it's going to be a pain in your ass, because, competition. Okay, John said, all right, I'll buy it, and I gave him an offer, and they took it, and then I got it, and I'm like, that place was pretty run down. I don't know if you saw it, and it's...
I wasn't allowed in as a kid.
Yeah, probably with good reason.
What was it like? Explain it. Someone that had no idea.
I mean, I kind of liked it because when I started fishing, I knew everybody because I grew up here. So it wasn't like I was going to go in there and nobody was going to beat me up.
Yeah.
Which happens a lot. First of all, I'm a small guy. They're picking on me anyway.
Yeah.
But I don't know, when I bought it, I remember if I buy a piece of property, I never usually go look at it because it just, people see you looking at something and then that just brings more competition in it to buy a certain property or whatever.
So you didn't even look at it, sight unseen, you're like, I'll take it.
Didn't really have to, I already knew what it was.
You've been in there enough to say, I know.
But when I walked in, I was like, oh, holy shit, man, this is bad. And, I don't know, I had it for a year, maybe even 2 years, and my daughter says, I was going to lease it out. She says, before you lease it out, talk to me, and, the rest is history.
And she said, hey, Dad, I got this idea for a restaurant.
Yeah, she's good. She's good.
Best burger I've ever had.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's hard to do.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's simple, but it's not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great menu. I love the little menu.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say little, but it's nice.
It's got a nice vibe over there. Show up some live music and good food and
fresh
good cocktails. Yeah. It's good.
All right, as we wrap up here, I hit these quick hitters around town, but it sounds like, and very smart of you, I don't have a favorite restaurant. I love them all. Is there a favorite beach that you like in particular around town? Everyone's got their little beach.
Yeah, we always kind of went to Queen Street because I could surf there. So that's where the kids grew up, on that beach. So we like Queen Street.
I like it. That's a quick hitter. we got all the important questions. I really appreciate your time. We love it here. This was, my mom was really looking forward to having this be done.
Good.
So I appreciate it. She has a ton of respect for you, and
Yeah, your mom's great. She does a nice job.
Yeah, this is a special place. So
Yeah.
we appreciate you joining the show.
Yeah.
Thanks, Keith.